Dance with the Millions.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure flow. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this mic pro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. Hot like winter cold. Bust these fools, anything less than killing whack rappers is a crime. I stay trying to get mine. Stacking value, packing venues, winning over time. Ain't no fine timeline. Open your eyes, you're looking for the best, and this is what you find. Game is only for the bold. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Introducing from parts unknown, your UFC and combat sports insider, Clever D, the Combat G, and the Sports Professor.
Yo, what up, friends? How are we doing? Welcome. Yeah, you see us.
You got a little static.
You got a little static, right? A little bit static? Okay. Well, hopefully that'll clear up in a second, but thank you all for joining us. You know who it is. Your favorite combat sports duo, Ball and Buds, banter, brawls, and bravado.
Whatever that it means.
What does it sound like? Does it sound bad?
No, I said whatever band.
Oh, okay. Hey.
You might have to come back in, but I'll cover it.
Okay, go ahead and cover me. I'll be right back.
How you guys doing? We're here from low budget and non-low budget Nashville over here. Okay, it's Club D, Combat G. You know, I'm always in a place to be. I'm down here in Nashville, you know, talking to all you single ladies out here. None of y'all bought me dinner yet, so I'm not liking my stay so far. But anyways, we're here live in effect. Hopefully, you know, we'll figure out the technical difficulties, but we'll get it rock and roll. We're talking about UFC 300. We're gonna go over Ryan Garcia against Devin Haney. We'll even talk about some other miscellaneous boxing news, and you know, you get to hear us yap for about an hour or so. So tune in, have fun, and wash your hands. I know your fingernails are dirty.
And we are going to have a special guest on today. Wildcard Mar will be on with us to review his WrestleMania experience live from Philly. Am I sounding a little better or no?
Same. Just go ahead.
Same. Interesting. Okay. But hopefully the sound will get better. My apologies there. But we are here for UFC 300. And you know who it is, Clever D, the Combat G, and yours truly, the Sports Professor, live from Nashville. We are on the City Tap rooftop, y'all. So if you can see the beauty out here, it's a beautiful day. We are sitting on the rooftop. Just a sunny, nice rooftop day in Nashville. If you ever want to come see your boy, come out. All right. Well, let's get it started. First of all, we are going to talk some boxing. We've got a lot of boxing news coming up very soon. Is a huge fight between Devin the Dream Haney and Ryan Garcia. So we will talk about that in a little bit. You're definitely going to want to stay tuned for our UFC 300 preview. Huge card tonight. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button at Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS on all your socials. And yeah, let's get it started. So Clever D, what is the latest boxing news?
Well, you know, we had the first ever PBC fight card on Amazon that took place, I think, last week or so. It was a Tim Tszyu. He was supposed to go against Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman got hurt, so they put in Sebastian Fundora was fighting on the undercard. It was for the WBO and WBC belts, and you know, Fundora beat Tim Tszyu in an upset. And what's funny about that card is, like, you know, Amazon's not putting no money up for these fights. This is all Al Heyman and PBC, so they're already losing fighters, and I think the card only did maybe less than 10K viewers and buyers. So, you know, that's not a good look for them. You know, you got Netflix jumping in the game with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul in July. So it's not looking good so far with PBC on Amazon. But you know, the issue with that is, which I have a problem with, Earl Spence hops into the ring after the fight. Talk about he wants to fight Sebastian Fundora, but you know, Terrence Crawford jumped in and said, oh, we got a little bit of echo. He jumped in and said that, you know, I'm next in line. So now they might just drop the belt and just say, you know, we don't need a WBO, we're just gonna deal with the WBC and move forward from that. But you know, that's that's PBC business. You don't know what's going to go on with those fights. You got Tank coming in pretty soon. Canelo's going to be fighting on May 4th against Jaime Munguia. Other than that, they really don't have too much heavy hitters as far as pay-per-view buys or people draw to their pay-per-view. So draw to the Amazon platform for boxing. So it's not a good look for them, but you got Top Rank, which is ESPN, and you got Matchroom, which is Eddie Hearn that's on the Zone. So they're willing to put on the good fights. If Amazon's not going to do it, boxing's going to shift a little bit from them and go somewhere else. That's my personal opinion. But anyways, adios. But anyways, let's talk about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. That fight's going to be on the 20th. You got Devin Haney defending his WBC 140 champion. He's the ex-undisputed champion, 135. Undisputed means he had all major belts at that weight class. He was the man. So now he's moved up to 140. And he's already, his first fight in 140 was against Regis Prograis for the WBC belt. Now you got Ryan Garcia, who lost to Tank Davis on his last fight. Though it was a catch weight and it was a 10-pound rehydration clause. So what does that tell you about Ryan Garcia? We knew he was probably going to lose that fight anyways, but can't hear you. I don't think you're plugged in, your mic. But the thing about it is, Ryan Garcia, he hasn't really advanced as a fighter since he started. He has power in that left hook, but other than that, he still does a lot of rookie moves. Like he keeps his hands down, he has terrible footwork. His last fight, he was just all over the place against Oscar Duran, and he tried to do a shoulder roll, just looking pretty bad. So not bad, not terrible, but not where he should be. I know he's a young fighter, but you gotta advance, you gotta get better. And for some reason, for him, he is great when it comes to doing anything outside of the ring, as far as promoting himself on social media. He has millions of followers, but does that translate to boxing? Not so much. He might get a few eyes on the sport. That's good to do that, but he's not putting the numbers that you think he'd do. And all this antics leading up to this fight, talk about Bohemian Grove and all these children's sacrifices and all this weird stuff. He talks about Hollywood. He's doing everything but talk about the fight. And now he's saying, he's wild, man. He's being hella dusty. So
now he does have a bunch of social media followers, though. He has millions of social media followers. So obviously he does something right on social media. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's punching Jake. I think he first got big for like doing a body shot challenge and punching Jake Paul and doing stuff like that. So that kind of got him a little bit of fame. And then he's young, so he knows how to market himself, and he's done a great job at that. But social media followers and fighting is two different things. You know what I'm saying? You could be the coolest dude. Look at Jake Paul. He does what he wants to do on social media. Has all these followers, but does that translate to the ring? Not so much. But it is what it is. Boxing's at a point where people are worried about celebrity matches more than regular boxing matches. And that's a sad state of affairs for boxing, okay? UFC doesn't have that problem. But boxing is worried about, a Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson or a KSI fighting Billy Bob Thornton. It just, no one cares about that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it brings in the casual people in.
Now, speaking of, there was some rumors this week that Jake Paul got injured in his training camp and is calling the fight off. Is that true, or is this just rumors and innuendo?
I haven't heard that. I mean, I honestly don't want the fight to happen. I'm not a fan of him fighting Tyson. Tyson's 58 years old. These little clips of him a couple years ago and a few now of him.
No, but he'd be out here. You see that video? He was jabbing it. Going.
And that was for 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? That's a 30-second video. That man's 58 years old. He can be able to do that nonstop for 5 or 8 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not a fan of that fight.
Now, do you not think he could just knock him out with just one shot? It's just like completely destroy this dude with one shot to the face? Pause.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that was reckless.
Maybe, but you got to look at it like this. They already announced the size of gloves. Those gloves will be pretty big. I think it's like 2-minute rounds, and it's not going to be judged exhibition. I'm sure there's something in the clause.
So this is just a purely cash grab TV moment.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You see that from a mile away. That's all cash grab, that's how I feel. But, it is what it is. But that's the state of boxing, I'm saying? No one's really focused on the big fights, So it's more or less, let's just do the celebrity stuff. And people should be focused like this Haney and Garcia fight. Just to bring it back to that, this is a fight that's not bad, but in reality, Devin Haney should embarrass Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia does have a chance to beat him.
And that's the question that's on everybody's mind about this big, huge fight that's coming up is, does Ryan Garcia stand even a modicum of a chance of winning this fight when he's going up against such a much better technical boxer?
Well, you know, it's everyone has a puncher's chance, but you know, in reality, he can knock Devin Haney out. He does have the power to do that. Devin Haney has been stunned before by Linares, and I think Prograce got him once or twice. But this is Devin Haney fighting at a higher weight class. His last fight against Lomachenko, he had to weigh himself 3 times prior to that fight. You know, he was killing himself just to get to 135. And I think that was right after Ramadan. I don't think he did Ramadan this year because the fight's so close a month after. So I honestly feel that Devin Haney's going to come full steam with high skill level and gonna whoop his tail. I think he's gonna embarrass him. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna outbox him, do everything to kind of show that he's a superior fighter. These guys were 3-3 in the amateurs, so they're very used to each other. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. It's just that Devin Haney's advanced from that point, and Ryan Garcia's kind of stayed the same.
So let's talk about this a little more, because this is a very important point that many people have missed about this fight, is the history that these two have together. Many people don't know that these two fought 6 times in the amateur ranks. So can you give us a little more background on that history and how that might come into play in this fight? Maybe Garcia has enough experience where, you know, as we said, we know Devin Haney is a supreme technical fighter. He's like a second coming of Floyd Mayweather, you could say, with the way he moves and the way he has his defense. So, you know, Ryan Garcia coming into this fight is hoping, like you said, for a puncher's chance. So tell us more about the history of these two fighters and how that might affect the boxing match.
Yeah, Ryan, Shakur, Devin, I believe they all fought each other in the amateurs. All this young crop of fighters are all very familiar. And, you know, they went 3-3, of course, and it kind of they're going back and forth in the press conference, more of their dads going back and forth. And because Devin's not really he doesn't talk that much trash. You know, he'll do a little bit, but you know what I'm saying, as his freaking Indy 500 behind us, or the exhaust pipes. But God, dog, this ain't no damn raceway. Broadway is one street and it's packed. Good grief.
They do this all day long.
Jesus, sound like my area. But yeah, so Devin Haney and right, they do have the history, and they're 3-3 in the amateurs. But you gotta look at it like this: Devin has progressed as a boxer since then. Ryan's kind of doing the same mistakes. Okay, hands down, not good movement. Doesn't know how to cut the ring off. His angle, he doesn't take good angles in his fights. I do give him credit for taking that Tank fight, but you know, I just didn't like the 10-pound hydration and then draining Ryan Garcia those extra pounds. So it was like catch weight at 136, which just makes no sense. So that's why I kind of take credit away from the Tank fight, because Tank drained him and had the stipulations to fight Ryan Garcia. Like, you shouldn't need those stipulations to fight him. Okay, the guy never fought for a world champion, never fought for a world title. I'm sorry. His record is not even close to Devin Haney's record. Nobody that Ryan Garcia has faced is on Devin Haney's Ryan Garcia's beat has been on Devin Haney's win record. You know what I'm saying? He's fought most of the fights in Australia. He's fought Lomachenko, Linares, you know what I'm saying? So the fighters he's gone against is just whoop up here. Ryan Garcia, his biggest win's probably Luke Campbell. You know, that was maybe it. And you know, and that's not really saying much. You know, so
yeah, it's not saying much at all. So this is happening, y'all, Saturday, April 20th. So next Saturday, this is happening at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And so, as Clubber D mentioned, Devin Haney is 31-0, undefeated, 15 knockouts, while Ryan Garcia is 24-1. That one loss, as we know, coming to Gervonta Tank Davis a couple of years ago, with 20 knockouts. So when he had that fight against Davis, it was hailed as the undefeated versus the undefeated, and I mean Ryan Garcia got his ass whooped in that fight.
Yeah.
And as you said, with all the experience that they have from the amateur ranks, and the fact that Devin Haney is such a much better technical supreme boxer, I don't personally see a way that Garcia can win. But as you said, there's always a puncher's chance.
Yeah, it's a puncher's chance, but you know what I'm saying. It's like if it's like for all these dusty people out here, going to a bar and you give your number out to 10 different girls. Somebody might text you back, but most likely all of them are gonna say no. Okay, it doesn't matter how they look. That everybody gets lucky. So he has a chance, but doesn't have a big chance, I'd say.
Or you just walk in with a tank top and just hope that things work out for you.
Well, let's leave it. Let's leave somebody out of this. Oh, I was about to.
To put his government out there. We love you.
I was about to. We love you.
We love you all. Hey, thank y'all for joining again. Make sure you subscribe at Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS on YouTube, y'all. You definitely want to see the videos we put out every week as well. You'll see the Bottom Line Sports on there. Shout out our boys Flo, Ken, and Hot Take Jake. That being said, Wildcard Mar will be joining us shortly to talk some WrestleManias, but let's just keep talking a little bit of boxing. So we actually have a mailbag question that goes along here with what you were asking earlier about PBC. So this person says, with PBC losing Ennis, possibly Subriel Matias, and other fighters, is PBC able to withstand losing all these fighters, or will they go out of business?
Well, yeah, Subriel Matias, he's already with Matchroom. He's already went over to the Zone. He already hopped over. There's a couple other fighters that have left, or at least crossed the street. And when I say cross the street, fall for other promotions, which they don't like doing. They like to fight in-house. And I apologize for the wind. Mother Nature didn't listen to me earlier. It was just blowing its wind like it's crazy out here. But so you got Matias, who's gone. Boots Ennis, that's a big catch. He was never really a part of PBC. He was affiliated with them, just like Tim Tszyu. He's affiliated. He's not. Tim Tszyu might be a part of PBC, but it's just they were just fighting under their banner on their promotional platform as far as the TV rights. So with them losing these fighters, if you stay with PBC, why do you want to fight once a year? You know what I'm saying? These guys want to stay active. Boxing, this new age of boxing, like the Earl Spences and fighters like that, fighting once a year is not how it's done. Okay, you can criticize Canelo all you want, but he's always active. At least fights 3 to 4 times a year. That is how you stay sharp. Sparring is one thing, actually getting in and having real fights is another. So this fighting once a year, that's what PBC likes to do. And God, dog, what storm from the X-Men out here?
The wind is kicking, son. This wind is wild, son. We're trying to come, but this wind is just wow.
Whoa,
that was reckless.
Jesus Christ. Pause. I feel like
holy cannoli.
I'm about to see Bill Paxton from Twister about to fly around here with a cow or something. What the hell is going on out here?
Not a cow.
But anyways, apologize for one again. But yeah, so you gotta understand, PBC fighters, they don't have the funding. It's not Amazon paying. It's Al Heyman paying these guys. He's not paying them to fight more than one time a year. So that's why they're going to go to other organizations, promotional groups that can accommodate them and treat them like real fighters. You know what I'm saying? So
PBC would never go out of business, though, right? There's always going to be enough boxers that they're going to have some sort of supply, right?
Well, PBC, they can go out of business because if they don't have a network to run on, that's it. Like if they were on NBC back in the day, they were on Fox Sports back in the day, they were on I won't say Spike TV, they were Showtime, you know what I'm saying? So they've had platforms to show their fights. If no one wants to mess with them, where are they going to show their fights? Streaming? Who's going to stream it? You know what I'm saying? You got to understand these network deals, the network puts the money up for the fighters. If you don't have a network deal, then a promoter is putting the money up for the fighters. So you want a promoter and a network to pay you nicely to fight. So if I'm a promoter, I only got $100 and I'm like, hey, I'll let you fight, but I'm going to give you 60 right now. You know what I'm saying? You might not want to do that.
Right.
I don't got that network money. And I'd be like, hey, we'll give you a couple $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So you want a network deal. So the state of boxing go more to the streaming platform.
Now, you briefly touched on this with the PBC topic that you just talked about with Tim Tszyu. So let's go ahead and touch on that fight. He took on Sebastian Fundora, I believe it was. And this was on late notice, right? Wasn't it supposed to be?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Keith Thurman for his 154 WBO belt, and Keith Thurman, of course, was hurt again. Another guy who fights once every 5 years. So Sebastian Fundora was fighting on the undercard, anyways, for the WBC 154-pound belt. That's the one they took from Charlo because they moved up to Canelo and he hasn't fought forever, so they stripped it from his belts. So then they made that being WBC and WBO title fight. So Fundora fought him on 10 days notice. You know, the guy is like 6'7" or 6'6", 6'7", 154-pounder. Tim Tszyu is maybe like 5'10", and he was training for somebody around the same height, not training for somebody taller. The issue with that fight was he got a nasty cut on his head, and it was going in his eyes. He fought basically blind from I think around 4 on. A lot of medical trainers were saying, you know, they should have stopped it, or his cut man didn't know how to stop the bleeding, which wasn't that good. So that's the main issue with that fight. But again, Earl Spence, who wants to move up from 147 to 154, hops in the ring, something he never did to Crawford, and said, I want to fight Sebastian Fundora. So he's the WBC and a WBO champion, but unfortunately what he might do is drop that belt, because Terrence Crawford can bump Earl Spence and get ahead of the line for that particular belt. So what they might do is just say, all right, we don't want that belt anymore, and Terrence Crawford will fight somebody else for it, and then just do Earl Spence first with Sebastian Fundora for WBC. But, you know, depends how.
I mean, is that even a fight, though? I mean, Earl Spence would whoop his ass, wouldn't he?
You never know. It's a different weight class. You know, it's a higher weight class. How is Earl Spence going to fight somebody that's 6'6"? You know, Earl Spence never fought somebody that height. So you never know.
That's a good point. He's very short. He's a very short guy. What is he, like 5'9"?
Like 5'10", 5'9".
5'9", 5'10". Okay. All right. Well, hey, we got a couple more boxing topics to go, but before we do, we got to bring on our special guest because he's going to talk a little bit of everything with us. So again, y'all subscribe at Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS on YouTube, and also while you're on YouTube or on Facebook, go ahead and hit up IOW Sports, because you know who's coming on Wild Card.
Yes,
in the Midwest.
Yes, back in Kansas City. Finally got out of Philly. Had a great time in WrestleMania.
Back home, safe and sound.
Yes,
brother,
yes.
But you went to Philly for WrestleMania, man.
I did, and sorry, my Philly folks. I know y'all might hate me for this, but y'all city ashy as hell. Y'all need some lotion.
Dust Palace.
Hey, bruh. Hey, if here, I'll put it this way: if there was a character to describe Philly, it'd be Ashy Larry off of Dave Chappelle.
Stop.
just dust cloud. I need some lotion on that dusty ass city.
Hey, so we're Bernard Hopkins, man.
Thanks for having.
I couldn't wait to get the hell out of that ashy ass city.
Yeah, look. They said you couldn't even wait to get the Philly slander since you got back to KC.
Bro. Hey, man. Good thing you had WrestleMania did. Otherwise, I have no purpose to go to your ashy ass city. But it is what it is. Hey,
so where did you stay at? Where did you stay at?
I stayed about 15 minutes from the link. So I was in South Philly. So I will say this: they are definitely gentrifying the shit out of South Philly. You can tell. I saw white folks walking around at 11 o'clock at night. So I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm all right.
Sounds like South Philly.
We here.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm good. I ain't got to worry about nothing. Like, shit, man. Like, we in there, like swimwear. So, but no, South Philly, it was dope. I definitely got to shout out a place. It's called the Fresh Works. If anybody's near South Philly, off of Reed Street, go get you a Philly. the best Philly in Philly. Don't go
like a Philly. Oh, the Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah,
You don't go to the
you can't go to
the
Geno's or
pizza
Pat's.
joint?
That's too trendy.
don't go to Geno's or Pat's because all they're gonna do is rob you, and they're gonna give you that little Subway sandwich with little meat and cheese and nuggets.
Not to open hot pocket sandwich.
Yeah, it's an open hot pocket sandwich. It's a tourist trap. So like people say Pat's and Geno's, that's for tourists, the people that don't know better. But if you in Philly, go to Fresh Works off of Reed Street in South Philly. I'm talking about you get a hoagie dog. I'm talking about the joint is fat and it's worth the price. Pay like $10, pay like another $4 for a big cup of fries. They was fire. Yeah, man. Hey, Fresh Works off of Reed Street. That's where it's at, and that shit was fire too. So, yeah, man.
Out to Fresh Works. Okay.
Yeah.
Got the wild card mark stamp of approval, baby.
Oh, no doubt, man. Matter of fact, I went back more than once.
Okay. So, hey, aside from the city being dusty as hell and Fresh Works having some great sandwiches, I need you to tell us all about your WrestleMania trip. I'm gonna let you talk to Cupper D real quick while I go hit the bathroom, but tell us all about it.
Do your thing. If you are a fan of professional wrestling, man, going to a WrestleMania event is a must. Like you got to knock it off your bucket list. You have to. You absolutely have to knock it off your bucket list.
Right.
And especially now, they made it an emphasis that this is the new era under Triple H, Paul Levesque. So definitely go now, because them and that damn booking team, and they've been cooking like hibachi chefs with all the content they've been creating, man, and the formula that they got. You got the superstars getting more involved with the social media, and it kind of plays into their story, and they tie it all on TV. So yeah, man, night one was a banger. And then just when you thought that you couldn't get any better off of night one, night two, obviously went out and like blew night one out the water. So like night one was sitting at an 8, and night two went out on like a 12 out of 10. Like it was crazy.
So like I know Jake had said this on the other show, and I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch too much of it. Was the crowd really that dead, or did it this didn't translate over? Because I know Jake said Philly fans, but you got to understand WrestleMania is a worldwide thing. So it's not just Philly fans that are there. Everyone from around the world's there.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Clever, because here's the thing. Nobody expected to be so cold because of the wind.
Right.
Nobody. So like people came out in like, certain clothes that they were wearing for like 60-degree weather. We didn't get 60-degree weather.
Oh, thank you very much.
We got like 50, low 50s. And then when you add the wind chill, it was sitting at like mid 40s. So
is the wind coming up too much on your end? Can you hear
no, you good. I hear you.
Good. Let's make sure it's what you're
no, trust me, it wasn't windy like it was in Philly on night one. Trust me, it wasn't even nowhere close.
It looked chilly as hell out there.
Man, no, the wind chill took it to another degrees, and it was so cold. Like, man, I overdressed on night two because I was expecting the same thing on night one, and I was actually a little bit too warm. But man, that first night the wind was just so crazy, and like you said, Clubber, it's such a worldwide event. It's not just Philly people in there. It's obviously I'm from the Midwest, so I was okay with the wind chill. But I still was underdressed because I didn't expect it to be that cold. Right. But you got people from across the world that's not used to that type of weather when the wind chill is kicking their ass. And to be honest, I know a lot of people, I saw it on the internet, they were like, "Oh man, y'all crowd is dead." I'm like, "No, bro, we we kind of frozen in this bitch right now. We in the outside stadium right now."
People don't understand. Sometimes sometimes doesn't translate. That's a big old arena. You know what I'm saying? That's an outside football arena. It's outside not
football arena.
AEW did Wembley Stadium, and it ain't like it was like a bunch of gazillion crowd rocking, doing the waves and stuff like that, like a smaller arena.
No,
in the 40s and 50,000 people. It's wow.
And not only that. The damn it was because it's a football stadium. We're sitting out there for 5-6 hours.
Yeah, all night. Yeah, WrestleMania is all day.
Like first of all, we've been sitting at the gate to get let in for about 45 minutes. And you probably sitting there for a good another hour and a half for the pre-show.
Right.
Yep.
And then you talking about a 4.5 hour actual show of WrestleMania for night one. Like, we've been sitting there for almost about 4 or 5, almost 6 hours.
All damn day.
Sitting in that
tough,
wing.
man.
Sitting in that
Get
wing.
out there. It's just,
Bro. So for all those who was on the internet talking all that shit, man, hey, you go sit your ass in a football stadium with 40-degree wind chill weather for about 5-6 hours, and let's see how much pumped and amped up you gonna get. And to our credit, for the most part, I think the crowd got amped up when it mattered.
right.
And see, the wrestlers was,
Now, I need to ask you this question.
yeah.
Because this was something that was brought up recently in a podcast that someone said they did not believe, and I'll say who that someone is. Horrible hot take Jake.
Already addressed it.
Oh, where he said the crowd
I
was,
said that when
was
you were gone.
non-existent. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like they gotta understand. Like, see, the wrestlers was fine. See, Rock was fine wrestling in his Speedo just fine because people didn't notice. They had heaters. They had heaters under the.
They had a bit. Yeah, I saw them.
Oh, underneath the awning. Okay.
Yeah. Underneath the awning, they had big, powerful heaters. So the wrestlers was just fine in that weather. Now, us as fans, like you said, we sitting there for 5-6 hours in that wind chill. It's something different, but I don't think it took away from the excitement of it. It's just that you didn't get the normal, banter throughout the whole match. Yeah. It was certain spots that we would get up for, and that's okay. At the end of the day, the wrestlers did their job to entertain us. Us as fans, we made sure that, we gave them their props when it mattered in certain spots. So, hey, we was just too cold to go home. Night one, just giving y'all all our energy.
What I do need to ask, Mar, is how hyped was the crowd? And I'm going to be biased right now. My Puerto Rican brother, Damian Priest.
Oh, man. Bruh.
Talk to me.
Well, my friend Corey, her husband Dustin, and my homeboy Hezekiah was on the way to the arena, right? And we were having conversations about what was going to happen on night 2. And the first thing we said is, yo, there's a good chance that Damian's cashing in tonight. We knew that Seth and Drew was going to pretty much headline night 1 or night 2. Because they have already released the match card and whatnot, and of course, Seth being in a night 1 main event in that hour-long tag team match, well, he wasn't going to be 100%. So, regardless,
he got his ass whooped.
Yeah, he got whooped. He got whooped. So we were like, "Yo, Drew's going to win," but I got a feeling, Damian's going to cash in. And the moment that Damian cashed in, the crowd went crazy. But we knew it was going to happen because, damn it, Drew just had to go over there and flap his gums.
Had to go flap his gums.
And it was all good till he did the DX crotch chop. And I was like, oh. And then he beat him over the head with the arm brace. And I was like, all right, here comes the cash in. And then sure enough, and not to give away WWE secret, if you're in the stadium, you see the camera crew walking up to the entrance.
Oh yeah, something.
So you know something's going, and then all of a sudden, Damian's music hit, and crowd still went crazy. And then the section that I was in, I was sitting in 107, and so I'm more directly.
I see the pictures.
So
of you.
I'm more directly towards the ring, and I can see the entrance. He comes running down so fast. He smacked him so hard with the briefcase and went flying, and you just see it flying. And then, obviously with Damian being the second guy to cash in at WrestleMania after Seth had done it a few years ago, it's still a big thing. I don't know if that becomes the norm, but
I think that's something you got to. I think there's something you got to play every couple of years. You can't.
You can't do it all the time.
Yeah, you can't do it on a normal basis. But I will say this: Damian Priest redeemed himself because I literally was dogging him the whole week, and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker is the worst dude with the briefcase because he had many a perfect times to cash it in, and I was like, perfect.
I think what they try to do, not read too much into, is like I guess when Drew won the belt originally, that was against Brock Lesnar at the Performance Center, right? It wasn't at because of COVID.
Because of COVID.
Right, he won it without fans. Right, yeah.
So he didn't. Now he at least got the experience of, hey, I won a belt with the fans. Boom, boom, boom.
He only held it for what, 5 minutes and 33 seconds?
Hey, you know, these guys know the deal. You know what I'm saying? He sacrificed himself. When he beat Brock Lesnar, he didn't get peed on. So you know what I'm saying? It was one of those deals. If you know, you know. He didn't get hit with the F5 piss. The F5 piss. He didn't get hit with that joint. So you know what I mean? So I feel like give him his chance. And you know, if you don't know, read the Vince McMahon stuff. Just read that. You know
all I know is props to Drew, man. I know he got his WrestleMania moment and then got it taken away in 6 minutes, but that man's championship reign probably lasted longer than most people's sex lives nowadays. So
that's a good point.
Shout out to him, man.
And side note, ladies, if I'm drunk, you get 6 to 8 minutes. You know, that's drunk. Sober, you might get 2 to 3. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, yeah, you might get 2 to 3.
Hey, Clubber, hey, no shame, bro. Hey, bro, I ain't no spring chicken no more. So
I'm old shit. I'm 41.
There ain't no hour-long session no more like in high school.
Hey, all I know is shit. You know, unless 4 plays involved or a blue chew, you know, hey, you better take what you can get from your boys. So
you goddamn right. I got a long beard for a reason. So you know, it's. I put it like that. You want cardio? Hit the gym.
Whoever this is said that it lasted longer than Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, Aaron Rodgers was 4 hits and out, 4 plays and out, and then
4 pumps and out. He was
the gyration. What's going on over there?
For real.
Answer this question for us. Anthony Price asked, "Were you excited for day 2, knowing what was going to happen?" But honestly, I had people. And I think you on the show actually predicted the opposite of what happened.
Yeah,
but a lot of people thought that the Bloodline was going to win, and they didn't. So talk to us.
Well, for those who obviously are true wrestling fans, we know it's scripted. But at the same time, they kept us on our toes where I don't agree with if you knew it was going to happen. Because of the fact that they won the tag match night 1 with The Rock and Roman Reigns, and it was going to be a bloodline rules, as in pretty much do whatever the hell they wanted. I don't think you knew that Cody was going to, because it was in the favor of Roman Reigns to win it. Yeah. And that was the beauty of that whole weekend, was they kept us on our toes on what the hell was going to happen. You couldn't predict nothing. Like you maybe, like, we predicted the cash in, but we didn't predict that it was going to still be successful. We didn't but when it came to that main event on night 2, once it was bloodline rules, because it like you said,
anything goes.
Yeah, anything goes. I literally was like if Cody don't win night 1, I'm like, there's no way he's winning night 2. I mean, that's how they set it up. That's how they build it.
I picked Cody to win because, like I mentioned last year when we was on, the whole Rocky, Apollo Creed, we're in Philly type deal, and I think so. I didn't see the first match live. I watched it later on, and I was like, how does Rock got a belt? Like, I missed all that. I guess he got the Muhammad Ali People's Champ belt. So with him having that belt and then seeing the after effect, the highlights from Raw saying, I beat you on that night 1, and he's the final boss. I kind of feeling now, look at it in perspective, like, okay, yes, they're gonna have Cody win, and then he's gonna do a storyline with The Rock, and The Rock's schedule is pretty tough, so they're probably not gonna wrestle until like SummerSlam or something like that. You know what I mean? So they're gonna build that up.
That's about exactly what's gonna happen now.
If not SummerSlam, I think they might push that shit back to next year's Mania.
See, this is the thing. People keep saying that, but there's no way, because you have to have him and Roman Reigns fight too.
The Rock he has some movies he's got to do.
Well, here's the thing. You
got to have Cody first, and then you got to have Roman next, right, Mark?
Well, here's the thing. Obviously, there were what's so great about what Triple H and Paul Levesque and this new crew booking that they've been doing. They have given you a story, but it's just the pinpoint. But there's so many branches that branch off of it. They can go so many different directions with this shit. So honestly,
and this is where those AEW marks fail, because
That's right,
AEW doesn't do long-term storytelling like
no, bro. The match in Mania, the main event has storylines from 10 years ago involved in this shit. Bro, like they brought in so much damn story from like 10 years ago. Rock and Cena, Rock and Undertaker. They brought so many different elements and put it into one little.
Even had the Usos do the best move they had all weekend on.
Oh, bruh, that was their best set because they match was kind of lackluster as hell. But
I fast forward to that one.
That was what I was looking. I was looking forward to.
I was looking forward to that one. But if you saw SmackDown last night, I think there was a reason why that match was lackluster, is because it kind of tells us a story of what's going on now.
Yeah, I knew they signed Haku's son. He came through.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Tomatonga, Haku's son, but they signed him. All right.
Jacob Fatu's coming also.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu's coming. So they're setting up that there's a chance that there's a Civil War bloodline feud. So and then I think that's what's going to bring the Usos back together with Roman whenever he decides to come back. And let's make one thing understood and clear right now. Just because Roman dropped the belt, let's understand that when he comes back, he's top dog when he comes back. All right. Look, much respect to Cody. I respect what he's done. He finished his story. We
can't expect him to hold on to that belt forever. We can't.
He sold a lot of merch. All right. He sold a lot of merch over WrestleMania. Like almost $1 million worth of merch over Mania weekend. Yes. So it's not that he can't move the needle. And I'm not saying that. So don't misconstrue what I'm saying. But we have to put so much credit to what Roman Reigns has done over the last 4 years and what he can do and what he will do. And I'm pretty sure he's probably kind of helped set up this story while he's gone about this Civil War with the Bloodline and Bloodline 2.0, whatever situation is going to be. So I think he, kind of helped, put his little stamp on it. But hey, I'm willing to go out there and say it without a shadow of a doubt, because pre-Roman Reigns, I wouldn't mess with it. Bloodline Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, go.
So now we're looking at Jacob Fatu, we're looking at Tamatanga, we're looking at the Bloodline reuniting, we're looking at The Rock as the final boss, we're looking at Roman Reigns, first of all, going away for a little bit. We expect Rock and Cody to play out this feud for a little while, whether that's SummerSlam or whether that's WrestleMania, and then that's time that Roman Reigns is going to take off for his cancer treatment and everything else, and then he's going to come back, and then The Rock is going to go off and make his movies and stuff. But eventually, we have to see Rock versus Roman Reigns for ultimate supremacy of the bloodline. Is that correct?
At some point in time, I don't know when, because the fact that I'm pretty sure Rock is going to want to get a little lick back. He took a spear in that tag match, even though they won.
Don't forget that.
Forget that. But obviously, that was the original plan. Was Rock versus Roman. But the fans pretty much
they said, hell no.
Yeah, they kicked back on
Cody
it.
Crybabies.
Yeah.
And Cody Crybabies.
But you know what? That's why I give Rock
made money.
They made a shit ton of money. That's why I give Rock and Triple H credit for switching
pivoting.
Oh, they had to. They had to.
And the Rock had his ego fed with his own belt.
They didn't let the ego come in the way. Rock didn't let his ego come in.
His ego got there because he got his own belt. So, you know what I'm saying? It's still...
Well, he did have his own belt.
Yeah.
He did have his own belt.
No, to Clubber D's credit, if they didn't give him that belt, I think he would have fought and say, man.
He makes 30 mil. He's on the board. So, you know what I'm saying? He's part,
Yeah, so
what does that belt matter? Ain't nobody recognizing that belt as a real belt.
Ego.
Come on. Hey, you got to stroke a little ego every now and then, bro, just to, appease certain people to get what you to get the final results you want. And I think without a shadow of a doubt, I'm pretty sure all of WWE is satisfied from what happened in WrestleMania weekend. They got to be satisfied. They broke all type of.
Yeah, what was the records? It was like 201,000 over like.
They broke all kind of records. They broke.
By the way, did you go to NXT?
Did you go to NXT? I had to.
You saw Trick Williams beat.
I had to whoop that Trick. I had to whoop that Trick. That was the only reason why I went, because and not to shit on NXT. I think Shawn Michaels is doing a phenomenal job with them. But the card was kind of it was straight. It went like blow your socks off.
That was the best match of the card by far.
Oh, without a doubt. And I just think with that feud with him and Melo was and we got to talk about Melo. Melo's that dude, man. Carmelo Hayes is that dude.
Michaels crowned him as his favorite wrestler.
I can see why. He got the look, he got the talk, the gift of gab, and he can wrestle. Like he has a total.
To be completely honest, Trick Williams was his sidekick. He wasn't talking at all.
Yeah, it's not that good on the mic. From what I've seen, he's so on the mic.
Well, I'll say this, Clubber. I say he's solid on the mic. He's getting better. Yeah. He still has room to improve. Yeah. And I love Trick Williams, but I still need a little bit more to him to clean up the finer details with his in-ring ability.
Right.
And what's good for him right now is he was put with Melo that, and not to make it sound negative, Melo did a good job of kind of carrying that match with him.
He did.
I'm gonna buy what's that? Melo Hayes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy him some Proactive or some Noxzema, because brother, you in there. You're so stupid. Like, God damn, like, you smile, he might pop something. Like, come on, brother. You want to be looking like that.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, man, you ain't got to do that guy like that, dog.
Nah, he's a good performer. God, dog, invest in yourself, brother. Put some Palmer's cocoa butter on that or something.
Hey, damn it, baby. Hey, Melo, exfoliate, baby.
I didn't say it, Melo.
I did. Was he 4 or 5? I ain't scared of him. Like, come on, man. Hey. Exfoliate, you know what I'm saying?
Exfoliate, Melo. But no, hey, WWE, man, you talking about from SmackDown to the Hall of Fame, to
NXT. How was that Paul Heyman speech?
First of all, Paul Heyman, they picked the right city for him to get in.
Oh, yeah, ECW.
ECW has roots in Philly. Matter of fact, we drove past the original arena that they had millions of times.
1301, yeah.
It was smart. Look, WWE, you become a multi-billion-dollar company for reasons like this, because you know when to pull the right cards and pull the plug on certain things. If it's working, you rock with it. If it's failing, you need to pivot. So they know when to do these things. So putting Paul Heyman in at the Hall of Fame, obviously he was the head of that class, and no disrespect to the other inductees, but that was just Paul Heyman's moment, for sure.
Right? Yeah.
That was 100%. His moment.
I only saw highlights of his speech. I didn't see highlights of any other speech.
No, I actually recommend to go back and watch his whole speech, just because he was just. It was almost like he was shooting a shoot. He was cutting a.
Didn't he go? He went back in character and put like the jacket on.
And the jacket on with the headset and the hat. So yeah, man. He definitely played to the crowd. But no, man, a fantastic job by World Wrestling Entertainment from Friday all the way to Monday.
That's dope. Is this first WrestleMania?
First Mania, and
awesome.
probably first many more. I plan to go to if my wife allows and my finances allow, I'll try to go every year from here on out.
Where's it next year?
I'm not gonna lie. I was about to tell you, Mar. I'm about to go with you next year.
To be honest, so WWE normally announces where the next Mania is going to be
at the Mania, right?
No,
at the Mania, right?
They usually do it at Mania. I haven't seen nothing, and nobody's seen nothing.
Yeah,
so
I haven't either. Yeah,
we've heard rumors that it's in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which would actually be better because their Viking Stadium is an indoor stadium, so that would be better.
And you get Brock Lesnar to come back.
They ain't got enough urine for that. They ain't got enough urine for that. I mean, you got Minnesota. That's the home of man Prince. You know what I'm saying? Not Purple Rain, not urine stain. They can't be having that. You know what I'm saying? Like I love. Hey, Prince is the king of Minnesota, hands down. Brock is just there. It's Purple Rain, not urine stain. Okay, that's the difference. All right, you can't be doing that. Can't be disrespecting my man like that.
Hey yo,
I mean, she looked at me, so I waved back at her. She was
all
looking
right,
at
okay.
me.
Well, that
We
Carmen San Diego hat she
we
got
got
on.
some ladies walking by.
hey yo.
Yeah, the Carmen San Diego star hat on.
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
Looking like a gentrified sharecropper.
I hate you so much. Mar turned this. I thought you turned this camera off.
I might buy her a drink or two. I might sip a little bit.
Let Cupboard cook. Let him cook. No.
Hey, we are live in Nashville, baby. Look at that.
I love it.
Bro, you got the Technicolor joint on. Just look like a Technicolor. I think you got on 3D mode or something. Like it's.
Hey yo.
It's like that Beastie Boys video. What you want?
Hey,
what you want?
That's how it looks.
Anyway, let's talk some UFC 300. You want to join us? Talk to some UFC 300.
Shit, man, let's do it, dog. Let's do it.
You rock with the MMA, Mar?
Hey man, I rock with combat sports, bro.
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
I will say this: I used to be definitely more entrenched with MMA back in the days.
Yeah,
I still keep an eye on it. So. I'm still disappointed GSP never came back. I'm still, slightly disappointed that my man Rampage Jackson could never keep his same fury throughout his
favorite fighters right there.
Hey, I love Quentin Rampage Jackson. I remember when he was in Tokyo and he bodied and knocked him the hell out. And it was just
Ricardo Arona. He did the powerbomb with Ricardo Arona. Knocked him clean out. You know what I'm saying? And I was a big MMA guy back then. Like you tell Omar, I got the old DVDs of Pride. Even my brother could tell you, like MMA, like back when Ken Shamrock was in UFC, Dan Severn.
Yes,
I was always into that sport. Like boxing is my first love.
You was watching UFC when they didn't regulate that shit.
Exactly. Mark Coleman, who's be handing out the belt tonight for the BMF.
You've been watching that shit since the underground.
Yeah, I was big in the UFC. So like to see MMA to where it is now, I love it.
So like you can understand this, Clubber, man. Like people don't understand how much of an impact Dana White has changed that company
big time.
Because they refused to put it on any type of TV because it was so
network TV. Yeah.
So when Dana
refused to do it,
him and when the Fertitta brothers, Fertitta, I forget to pronounce names, but Fertitta brothers, when they bought UFC, it was like they went bankrupt to put them on Spike TV for that show. And that show, Ultimate Fighter show, was amazing. I loved it. The viewership for the Forrest Griffin, and rest in peace, Stephen Bonner, from round 1 to 3 went up, skyrocketed. Like hundreds of thousands of people started watching it, and they realized that was like the birth of the real UFC because it was there, but they're going under. You know, what I'm saying they're going out of business. There. That show changed the whole landscape of MMA to where you had Elite XC that was on CBS when you had Kimbo Slice and all them. You know, it's grown so much, and the fact that it's better than boxing in a fighter aspect as far as there's no ducking. There's no saying, I'm not rocking with this fighter. My brother's stupid. I'm not rocking with that fighter. Basically, you know, if you're the top dog and he's the top dog, you're gonna fight.
You got to see each other. Yeah,
it's not gonna happen. So,
and to be honest, I think that's why UFC hit a big spurt of popularity and boxing went the opposite direction. Is because Dana White made sure that, hey man, we not doing that politic bullshit. We not doing that ducking and hiding, running from a mega fight. UFC has done a phenomenal job of making sure that you're going to get your mega fights. You're going to get your big names in the octagon. You're going to see them.
You're hella shady sometimes, but you know the money's not always like boxing.
That's probably my only knock.
Yeah, same here.
That's probably my only knock is like damn Dana White, like pay these dudes, man. Like especially the way that he milked the money cow out of Conor McGregor And
damn, man, what the fuck?
And your boy Connor had to damn fight Floyd to get the payday. So
The thing about that Floyd fight, it was $100 million fight. UFC was like, okay, you'll fight him, but we're taking about 50, 60 million of that 100 million you're getting. So Connor had to negotiate getting money on the back end as far as pay-per-view buys. Because if you're under contract with UFC, they're just not gonna let you just box them. No. We're getting a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the argument. And Connor was like, you know what? F y'all. I'm doing my own promotions. I got my own stuff. So he doesn't have to fight no more. Connor's rich. He's rich. So he doesn't have to fight no more.
Connor good. So. No. Dana White, man, if you ever get your eyes and ears on this, man, stop bullshitting and pay your peoples, man, because they made you a lot of money, bro. And you need to be a little bit more sharing on that money front, bro. Because these cats are literally, they putting it out there to
put their lives on the line, man. Anybody could die at any point in time with one headshot. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm with you.
It's safer than boxing, which is shocking. It's actually safer than boxing because boxing you're getting constant blows to the head. MMA, you get taken down, you get submitted. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be.
Tell Tony Ferguson that when he took a foot to the mouthpiece.
Yeah, but multiple boxers have died in boxing opposed to UFC. You know what I mean? Like boxing is more dangerous sport. It's constant hits to the head. There's no other way. Hits to the head, hits to the body. You can't. That's sustained impact until 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little more severe.
Man, I'm scared to see the numbers on the CTE on boxers compared.
Oh man,
I'm scared to see that shit, bro. Come on, because some of these boxers go out bad when they stop boxing.
Oh my god, it's when you get punched drunk. It's terrible. Like I mean,
look at Muhammad Ali. He had Parkinson's. Like,
well, that's not because of boxing. That's just Parkinson's.
Well, you don't know that. It could have been.
Oh, did Michael J. Fox box?
No, I'm just saying.
That's Parkinson's. You got it. You
had to bring Michael J. Fox.
He got it too. I'm just saying, like you can't just put it on that. It's like Lyle Zeta dying.
You had to bring Teen Wolf into this, man.
Like when Lyle Zeta died, they're like, no, it's steroids. You're dead. No, he had condition. It wasn't steroids. It was, it is what it is. I had to defend Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't because of boxing. It was he had Parkinson's.
Yeah. He was just a little bit unlucky. Just a little bit unlucky.
Now, Junior Seau, that's CTE right there.
Yeah, that's CTE. That's a different situation, man.
Yeah. Try to shoot himself. But anyways,
let's talk about it. UFC 300 is stacked tonight, yo. I am talking about
I got your text message.
Davidson Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt is like the 15th fight.
Yes, this card from top to bottom. It's stacked like Beyonce in leggings. You know what I'm saying? This card is phenomenal. Okay, like if it was a woman, I'd simp. You get appetizer, main course, and dessert, and 2 to 3 drinks.
Wash and dryer.
I would do all that.
Maybe wash and dryer.
I'll pay a phone bill. I ain't buying no wash and dryer though. I ain't in front. This card is. You know what I'm saying? We all simp. Just levels of it. All right, y'all. Some of y'all dusty out there, act like y'all don't be simping. Y'all be simping too. Okay. All right, just don't go too overboard with it. All right, don't be buying no wash and dryers without tapping. But anyway,
and that's the early prelims, bro. That's crazy.
Man, let's go to Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. Let's just go into that, okay? Yeah. So Holly Holm, representing for the older people, you know what I'm saying? I love Holly Holm. She's a boxing Hall of Famer. She went to the class of 2022 with Floyd Mayweather, James Toney, and Miguel Cotto, a bunch of others. She's a 3-division world champion in boxing before she even started her MMA career. And she was a kickboxing champion, okay? She's the most decorated fighter to jump into MMA, you know what I'm saying? And when she fought Ronda Rousey.
Exposed her.
Oh, my God. I knew, I had a homie, one of our homies, Little Shay was in Vegas, and I wanted to bet so bad.
That was when like Rousey was at the top of the card, and everybody thought she was the shit, and Holly Holm just came in and whooped that ass.
Holly Holm.
You ever see someone get kicked and then rethink they're professional? He'll pop. Oh, what do? I want to be a librarian. I don't want to fight no more. Like it was like she whooped her ass. I tell you.
Hey, Holly Holm knocked her ass at WWE. Said, "Bitch, you sure you want to do this anymore?"
Exactly. This woman is an 18-time boxing world champion in 3 different divisions. Like she's cream of the crop when it comes to combat sports. But at age 42, you know what I'm saying, she's fighting Kayla Harrison, who was a 2-time. Kayla Harrison is what Ronda Rousey wanted to be. Ronda Rousey respected her, got a bronze medalist. Kayla Harrison is a 2-time gold medalist in judo. She was in a PFL where they do a tournament style. At the end of the tournament, you get $1 million. She won that back to back, and then she lost the last one. Only issue with her, she's a ball of muscle, and she literally is fighting 20 pounds lighter than where she originally fights. She's fighting at one.
She had to cut 20 pounds.
Yes. And she's all muscles. Like, she is jacked. So I don't know how that's going to play in a factor. You know, she's fairly new to MMA. She's 16-1, but you know, she's well decorated outside the ring. But MMA is more Holly Holm. Stand-up's more Holly Holm. But this fight's gonna be phenomenal. This is a prelim fight. This is for free on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? If you got ESPN, you know, tune in. If you don't got it, go to a neighbor's house. If you don't have a neighbor, steal it from someone else. You know what I'm saying? Unless you don't steal it, borrow it. You know what I'm saying? But tune into this card. But this fight right here, as much as I love Holly Holm, I'm going with Kayla Harrison. She's younger. She's the judo queen.
I mean, I'm gonna need some heads up.
So we don't need no heads up. We got this. We got the club shots coming up on. You know what I'm saying? Actually, Moms know about that. But I'm going with Kayla Harrison on this. Okay. I don't know what round. You know what? I do know what round. We're gonna say.
So do you really think that 20 pounds that she has to drop is not going to affect her at all?
No, I saw her. I got to see the weigh-in. She didn't look she didn't have to have too much of a dead face. You know, sometimes you can tell by the way and how drained they are.
Like sunken in eyes and
stuff. In eyes. If everyone wants to see a perfect example, look at Oscar De La Hoya going against Manny Pacquiao. He literally had to get an IV after the weigh-in to kind of replenish. He was at something face. So you got Kayla Harrison looked healthy. She didn't look like, you know, sipping a Pedialyte right after that. So I'm going with her. Second round, probably a ground and pound. The ambulance, something going on right there. But yeah, Kayla Harrison, second round. I would say ground and pound, so it'll be a TKO. That's what I'm going with.
Mar, what do you think about that fight?
I know a lot of people don't put emphasis in it, but I have to. I mean, dropping 20 pounds is something crazy.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
Crazy.
And if she's all muscle, that's going to be very hard to lose.
Yeah. And look, I love what Kayla Harrison has been doing. I'm going underdog. I think Holly Holm might, you know, sometimes. Sometimes you know, old dogs know those same old tricks, and you know, I've been in this situation before with Ronda, and was like, okay, I got another judo wrestler. All right, let's see how you can do that. With that bing bing. Like, can you hold it? Can you hold it? Bop, bop, bing bing.
I love Ronda Rousey, but to me, Ronda Rousey was a good fighter.
Oh yeah,
around average at that time. The women's weren't advanced.
I agree with you.
Only issue, yeah.
No, I definitely agree with you, but it's just with the 20 pounds of weight that she has to drop in, and the experience of Holly Holm, like what has it shot me?
I mean, you know, only rich. I 100% go what you're saying. My only issue with Holly is that she's 3-3 in her last fight. She's fought sporadically in the last like 3-4 years.
Which is
her
true.
Last fight she lost, but they ruled it a no contest. So that was from armbar. She didn't look as crisp as she usually does. And at age 42, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'll be 42 in less than a month. So I kind of know, you know, some of y'all's moms and ex-wives can let you know, but I'm not the same as I used to be. So you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. It's like when you get to that age, you know what I'm saying? 3 to 5 goes to 1 to 2 minutes.
Hey yo, hey,
I love UFC. I like that person.
So, but if we're looking at the home underdog, like Mar was talking about, we're looking at her striking and we're looking at her takedown defense. That's what she's known for, right?
Yeah.
And especially fighting against somebody who has that judo style, that takedown defense will allow her to wrestle if needed, and use her striking to obviously take her out of the fight. So I'm going with Mar. I got Holly Holm with this.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, that's not a bad. It's not bad to go with Holm. I'm a big Holm fan, but look at her track record. She's fought everybody from Cyborg to Rousey to Misha Tate, Amanda Nunes, Raquel Pennington. She even fought Valentina Shevchenko. So she's fought just about a who's who in women's MMA. You know what I'm saying? So what up, Flo?
What up, Flo? Hey, y'all tune into the Bottom Line Sports on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, it got
hot out here. It's getting a little hot. The sun just started shining on us.
Yeah, you got the heater on hell
in the breeches. sweating a little bit over here.
Saw the devil in the corner eating crackers.
I did not get my camera from Dollar Tree, okay? My camera is a 4K Logitech Brio, okay? I apologize that I messed up the settings earlier, but don't say my camera's from Dollar Tree because I paid a lot of money for this damn camera, okay?
He said 4K. No, that camera's pre-K. That's what that camera. That's why you know 4K. Pre-K. This boy got on. They put the Blair Witch Project with that camera.
The Blair Witch, one of my favorite movies of all time, by the way.
That was in Maryland.
All right, it was in Maryland. You're right. All right, so let's look at this. The next fight, Cody Garbrandt versus Davidson Figueiredo. This is one you were highly looking forward to, Clubber D. And again, this isn't even on the main card. This is going to be a 135-pound fight, and the winner will be right back in contention for that title. So,
Cody's been resurrecting his career. Davidson Figueiredo is trying to bounce back from those epic fights with Brandon Moreno. He's the ex-champion. This should be. I will say this too many times to say this is a fight to tune in and watch. There's too many fights to tune in and watch. Start from the prelims, the pre-prelims like Jamil Hill, not Jamil Hill, but Jamal Turner. Start from there and watch on up because this fight here. And side note, Dana White said there's a fight bonus from they went from 50 or 1K to 300K.
He went from 50 to 300,000.
300,000, yeah, for knockout bonuses.
All the fighters were super happy.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden he decides to do this now?
It's UFC 300. So this is more incentive for his fighters to.
He can't pay his fighters, right, Mar? He can't pay his fighters.
They got a Venom deal, a clothing deal with Venom, which was like $100 million. Fighters saw nothing. So that's another story. We'll get on Dana White later. He's back.
And for tax purposes, if I could write it off as a bonus instead of your salary, it benefits Dana.
Hey, they don't even get health insurance. They're independent contractors. They're like porno stars. They're independent contractors.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
It's true. It's true. Hey,
no, for real.
They
Hey,
like
Clubber,
drivers.
right about it, bro.
Trust me, I'm on this stuff. I was gonna fight back in the day, but I hurt my prosthetic toe wouldn't let me fight. But anyways, Lord have mercy. But anyways, shut up, hot box.
Yo,
anyways,
turned over like a rotisserie chicken.
Bacon over there. And I saw with derriere. But for this fight, this is gonna be a stand-up. I do not see it going to the ground. I don't see it going past the first round. I'm going with Cody on this one. I think Cody's gonna do a knockout, a walk-off knockout. You know what I'm saying? Like he did before. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a left hook, bing. Davidson's going to sleep. Okay, because Davidson has to cut a lot to get to this fight, and they said the amount. One of the fights he had with Moreno, I think the second, third fight, he had to cut equivalent to one of his legs off as much weight he cuts to make weight. So yeah, that's the equivalent in weight. So cutting weight like that, it's not conducive to you. The older you get, the worse it gets. So I'm going with Cody in this one. Cody's he's resurrected his career. He's trying to get to that top spot again and become champion again. So I'm giving this one to Cody Garbrandt.
So these two men do have some history. In 2020, after Garbrandt started out 1-3, he laid out plans to drop to flyweight in search of trying to find the title that eluded him. He was briefly matched up with Figueiredo, who was the division champion at the time, and he lost. He didn't even make it. He suffered a torn bicep in training camp. So this fight has been long in the making. Maybe when you jerk off too much. But anyways,
Hey yo, where'd that come from?
Hey yo,
way over there.
So Garbrandt is all right. Here we are, way off track. How do you feel about this fight, Mar? Before I keep talking.
Nah, man. Garbrandt, he's a banger, man. He's gonna want to, especially that history that you just brought up. I didn't even know that, but I think that's more incentive for him to get this dub. And especially you look at the Vegas odds, they already looking at him as an underdog anyway. And plus with Garbrandt, when you see kind of like strikers versus wrestler style, I usually tend to go for the strikers anyway. Keep it up. Let's not take it to the ground. Because if you give it to a wrestler and go to the ground, man, you might as well, call it a night.
Lay and pray.
Yeah, lay and pray. Man, give me Garbright for the underdog Vic on this one, man. I'm gonna rock with him.
All right. Hey, I like it. I cannot agree with you on that one, Mar. As much as I like Garbrandt, I think Davison Figueiredo is a warrior. He's been in so many fights and
world-class fighter right there.
Yeah, I just think his experience is going to hold out here, and I think he gets the victory. So let's move on to the baddest motherfucker fight. You know who it is. I think this is Clubber D's favorite on the card, I believe. Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway for the BMF title. Now, Justin Gaethje lost to Dustin Poirier last time, right?
No, he won. He got the belt. He got the belt
for the title. Right.
Head
Sorry. And now he's here defending against Max Holloway. So there are only 2 undisputed fights on this belt. And this is one of them. Gaethje and Holloway are 2 of the most consistently. We talked about this earlier. We were talking about this earlier in the house, and Clubber D was bringing up how Max Holloway has fought the who's who of featherweight of any division that he's been in, and as well Gaethje. Gaethje is a former interim lightweight champion who has also fought everybody. He lost against Khabib, he lost against Oliveira, and he lost against Poirier. But you look at Holloway has fought everybody too, and has lost against Volkanovski and Aldo. So this is
he beat Aldo twice.
But this right, but I'm saying he fought. I mean, he fought.
Yeah.
But this is an amazing fight. So talk to us.
Yeah. So I mean, this is like, you know what I'm saying, like this is the top guys as far as game to fight anybody. You look at Justin Gaethje. This man is 35 years old, 25-4. Okay, 20 KOs. All right, so he comes to bank. He comes to bank when he fights. This guy's doing acrobats over here. Almost tripped over his damn cord. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? His last 3 fights, he's 3-3. He did knock out Dustin Poirier with a head kick to become BMF champ. He's on a 2-fight win streak. I like Poirier a lot. I mean, this man in his fights in the UFC, he's had 9 either performance or fight of the night awards in 12 fights. 9 out of 12, which is phenomenal. So he comes to fight. Then you look at Max Holloway, who's been in the UFC since 2012. He's only 32 years old. So this man has been in UFC literally forever. He was a reigning and defending featherweight champion for 3 times. He's moved up a couple times to 155 and he's lost. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not happy of him moving up like this because he's starting to show wear of getting a little bit of punch drunk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a big fan of Max moving up because he's been hit too many times and he's at that point, even at age 32, he needs to sit his ass down and go stay in Hawaii and eat some, coconuts, wherever the hell they eat over there. He's a nice dude. He needs to relax. For me personally, I don't have to soundbite, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna go with Gaethje on this fight because Gaethje's the bigger dude. You know what I'm saying? He's comfortable at 155. Max is moving up. He hasn't had much success moving up to this weight class, even though it's 10 pounds. He fought Dustin Poirier and it was bad. It was, and then he tried to fight Khabib and they had to stop the fight because his body wasn't the weight cut to get to 155 instead of 45 was good. They had to cancel the fight before it even happened. So, Max, great career. He's fought Conor. He's beaten Aldo twice. He lost to Volkanovski 3 times. You know what I'm saying? He's fought just like every Frankie Edgar. He's fought everybody at his division, but there's at a certain point, you gotta stop. Or I just think he's taking too many hits to the head at a young age.
A lot of punishment.
Tons.
A lot of punishment. And I'm gonna go with Gaethje as well, only because they both got the same fighting style. They're both strikers, and so this is definitely going to be a stand-up, let's brawl it out type of fight. Anyway, at least that's what I see. But here's what I love about Gaethje. I love his accuracy on his signature strikes. He's almost hitting that almost like 60.6% of the time on his signature strikes, and that's pretty damn good accuracy.
Damn right.
That's pretty accurate. And, you talk about the beating that Max Holloway has been taking over his career. Yeah, you put that up against a guy that's pretty damn accurate. I don't like your chances. I mean, you're asking for Gaethje to pretty much bash your head in, and I don't know. I'm leaning more towards that's going to happen than Max Holloway getting this dub. And it's not a knock on Holloway. It's just that you can't be a guy that has a chin in the way all the time, where a guy that's so accurate. I mean, that's just fighting one-on-one. When Styles makes fights, and when you can't keep your chin out the damn way, and you got a guy that's a sharpshooter on the other end pulling those punches as if he's the American sniper on the other side, good luck. I mean, he's gonna pop your head off like a pimple.
Hey, Mar, do you remember when Tony Ferguson got his jaw kicked in a couple years ago?
Yeah, got his shit
looked like the man's
Michael Chandler
went through his mouth bone.
Yeah, got his whole shit realigned, man.
What's funny about Gaethje is that his dad is American white guy, just ginger, and his mom is full-blown Mexican. Like, he speaks fluent Spanish, and when I heard him talk one time, he was sounding like, he was from like Los Angeles or whatever, like the way he was just speak Spanish and everything like that. I was like, oh snap, I had no idea he was half Mexican. So I like to call him the Canelo Alvarez of MMA, like a Mexican ginger, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him.
And you know what? As many people as both of these people have fought, obviously Max Holloway having a little bit more experience. I'm actually going to go with Gaethje. I think Gaethje is just. Oh, we all are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We rocking together on this one. We
all rocking together.
Yeah, clean sweep on this.
I think Gaethje's just too tough of a fighter, man. This dude is a beast. He's still young. He's still got the lion in him. So, yeah. All right, well, let's move on to what is considered a very important and historic fight. For the first time in history, we will have two Chinese women facing each other. This is going to be a crazy matchup consisting of two former champions. Well, actually,
one champion.
One former champion, excuse me, right? So we have Zhang Liang versus Yan. I'm not even going to try to butcher her names.
Zhang Weili. Zhang
Weili and Yan. So that's what we're going with. Yeah. Zhang Weili is your champion. But again, this is historic because there's never been in the UFC two Chinese women fight, or two Chinese fighters at all, fighting against each other. So tell us about the historic nature of this event.
Well, this fight is it's come full circle for them because I don't know. This is your people. We got freaking Fire Marshal Bill going somewhere. Then we got we got Fire Marshal Bill going against Fast and Furious down there. Keep ramming up. I mean, it's wild. Everybody's looking around, see what's going on. I'm about to jump down and see what's going on.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I say this. So Yan was actually the first ever signed female Chinese fighter for the UFC. Zhang Weili, she came in a little later, but Yan's actually the first Chinese fighter signed by the UFC. And like Omar alluded to, these are the first ever two Chinese-born people are fighting for the belt, which is phenomenal. Shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? Yan comes in with a 17-3 record with eight KOs and 9 submissions, which is cool, which is weird because not weird, but it's cool. She's training with Team Alpha Male, which is Uriah Faber out in Sacramento, California. So yeah, Uriah Faber. And you got the champion who's a world-renowned kickboxer. I mean, this woman is, her record is 24-3, and she's had 11 by KOs, 8 subs. God, dog, get this. Jesus Christ. She's a two-time champion here at the UFC. She lost to Rose Namajunas twice, but it's her second time getting the belt. And she's fought the who's who basically of female fighters at that weight class. She's fought a ex-champion Carla Esparza, where she got to fight the belt from. She got a Joanna Jacek, whatever. Yeah, that's her name. And her head was so swollen in that fight. She looked like a minotaur. She won that fight. She beat Jessica Andrade. Oh, it was bad. It was swollen. It was just worse than my forehead. Not the cliche 5 head. It was like she didn't dream. She had like freaking movies. You know what I'm saying? She used to dream the 10 Commandments. Her head was so damn big. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type deals.
Hey, yeah.
That's a long movie, like Ben-Hur, like the joint's long. You know what I'm saying?
Every spit, bro.
But so this fight is again going to be another banger because these ladies like to stand up. Okay, the champion Zhang Weili, she's a former kickboxer, so she's coming to bring it. And training with Team Alpha Male, Jan is going to be quick on her feet. She might take her down, but she's going to want to stand and bang too. So this fight can go either way. I will say the winner is going to be China. Okay. But I'm going with the champion, Zhang Weili, because she has experience in these type of fights. Okay. She's on this high level. Okay, dropper. On this high level. And I'm going with the champ because I think she's more well-rounded in the MMA game. And I will say this will go 4 rounds TKO.
I'm going split decision, but I'm rocking with the champ. I think these ladies are I think these ladies are pretty much, you look at the tail of the tape and they're pretty much, everything's lining up pretty similar for both of these ladies. Now I do give Clubber the advantage where, Wei Li has, more experience of she's fought the bigger names and the bigger stages and the bigger moments, which is true. I can't knock that take. But sometimes, when it comes to stakes like this, it's UFC 300, the benchmark event for UFC. I'm pretty sure Jan's going to want to amp up her status and get level up a little bit more, just as anybody else on this event. So, I think it'll make her step her game up. That's why I think it'll be a split decision. But I'm still watching with the champ on this, Wei Li. I got a good feeling she's going to give a couple of good kicks to that chin and rearrange her dental plan. So, but I'm going to split decision because I think Jan she's not going to punk out. She's going to, and like I said, you look at the teletape, man. These women are almost mirror images of each other. So, I don't think Jan is going to punk out like that, though. But
I got some jokes, but I don't want to get canceled. So I'm not going to use myself. I'm not going to say it.
Hold on to him, dog. Hold on to him.
Don't say it.
I was going to say Bruce versus martial law, but we're not going to go there. Okay, we're not.
All right, we're going to stop right there. We're going to stop right there.
Not going to say. I say who we talk about. I said,
Anyways, I agree with you. I think Zhang Weili is an ultimate fighter. She is truly what the UFC stands for. But I actually think what you said last, Mar, really holds weight. And that's that Jan is not a bitch. And she ain't about to go in there and act like no punk. She's about to go in there and throw them dick beaters. And I believe that Jan is going to take, shout out D Club, the Ridge. I got Jan taking the title.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice.
Not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. I'm a fan.
So now let's move on to the main event, right? You got Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill. A lot of people say this shouldn't be a main event. A lot of people are saying, why the hell is this headlining UFC 300? Like, really? These two? We couldn't have got Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor. We couldn't have got Khabib to come back somehow.
Khabib didn't come back.
I mean,
so
why?
The reason why people are asking, these are the same people, like, you understand, the internet, there's a bunch of people like us yapping on, but not everybody should be yapping, okay? People that are asking, why is this a main event, is probably like people like Hot Take Jake, okay? Jamal Hill was the champion, okay? He beat Glover Teixeira, who was Alex Pereira's training partner. He tore his Achilles, and then the other champion, Yuri Pakashik, who had hurt his shoulder, he couldn't defend his belt. So Jamal got the interim, won the interim, got hurt, and then Pereira fought Pakashik for the belt. Now Jamal, who rightfully so was the interim champion, is fighting for the belt. So it's like a weird triangle, circle of events. I mean, Jamal Hill, he's a beast. Okay, he deserves to be here in Spanish. 12-1 with 1 no contest. The 1 no contest, he won, but he tested positive. God, dog. And Tyrese out there, Fights Furious. His 1 no contest, he won the fight, but he tested positive for weed. Okay, the only fight he lost was against Paul Craig, and where he dislocated his elbow. Still fought on. His elbow was flapping around like a noodle. You know what I'm saying? It was flapping around like a noodle, like after I'm finished with some of y'all's ex-wives after 5 minutes. So, you know what I'm saying? So he lost the fight because it was just his elbow was getting punched in the head. So you know what I'm saying. So since that loss, he's been 4-0 with 2 KOs, 1 TKO, and 1 decision, and fighting for the light heavyweight belt against Global Teixeira. So he has punching power. He's a black belt in BJJ. He has 7 KOs out of 12 fights. He deserves to be there. Okay, and he has in his last 4 fights, they either performance of the nights or fight of the night. So he comes to bring it each time. Now, when we talk about Alex Pereira, this man was voted by 9 different companies from ESPN, Sports Illustrated, Yahoo Sports in 2022 as Fighter of the Year. So everybody in the mainstream knows who this man is, and everybody fears this man. He had fights with.
And let me back you up on that. So Pereira's been on a tear since 2021 when he joined the UFC. He's 7-0. And he's won 2 division weight championships in that 2-year period.
Well, he did get knocked out by Izzy.
He did get knocked out, but he won the belt originally, right?
Yeah.
And he does have a 3-1 record against Izzy, right? From going back to the kickboxing and all that, whatever.
I think it's like 4-1 because he lost 3 times.
Okay,
3 times. But he's the man. It's just Pereira he has great knockout power.
And he knocked out Sean Strickland, who everybody is trying to hype up now.
Well, you gotta understand, Pereira is 6'4". He was a big 185er. He used to cut crucial weight to get down to that level. Now that he's fighting at a better weight at 205, this is his 3rd fight fighting at 205. He fought Jan Blachowicz, which I kind of thought he lost that fight. It was the same night that Errol Spence fought Terrence Crawford. I kind of thought he lost that fight. They gave it to him. Then he fought for the belt against Yuri Prokacic and beat him for the belt, knocked him out in the 2nd round, I believe. And he has power, okay? This man will put you to sleep. I've said this a few times, and I'll say it for certain fighters. Some fighters can knock the race off your face, and he could do this. He could turn you from black to crystal white in a second, okay? You might get good credit. You never know. So he could do that to you. So this man has crazy good power. And the issue I have with Jamal Hill's like, he's not afraid of this man. He brought a little tiki, what's the headstones what's out there?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
he brought a little necklace saying that's him. He's gonna do this to him. I feel like Jamal Hill's gonna rush in and go to sleep. Okay, and he doesn't score. This one's like the biggest Stonehenge.
Don't forget Papa Shango, baby.
Hey, we all love the pimp. But so I put it like this: Jamal Hill has a chance to beat him. He's not scared. And Alex Pereira has no wrestling, but I doubt Jamal Hill's gonna run and wrestle him. So much as I hate this could be a club. I'm gonna caveat this joint, but I'm going with
bangers.
I'm going with Alex Pereira, and it's going to be a first-round knockout.
Bangers.
But I will caveat this. Maybe we ain't got to do it. I will caveat this with a 3rd-round Jamal Hill TKO. Yeah, it's not going to distance. I don't see it.
No.
Mark, your thoughts, my friend?
Nah, it's definitely not going to distance. Hey, look, I know Jamal Hill ain't scared, but he should. I think sometimes that works against you sometimes of not trying to have this bravado that you're not scared. And I think he's going to go and do what Clubber D said. He's going to try to force the fight, rush it, and try to be the one to set the tone of the fight. But man, you look at Pereira's accuracy. This man is damn near 70% accurate on his signature punches. And you let that big ass head of Jamal Hill get in the way. Yeah, good luck, bro. I just don't see it getting past the 3rd round. I don't see it getting past the 3rd round. I think Pereira knocks him out. You can't. Look, there's a difference between being confident but I think Hill's kind of borderline in that arrogance, confident line where he's teetering on it a little bit too much for me. Like Clubber D, I saw the weigh in and they did the face to face and like you a little bit too comfortable.
What I'll say, Mar, is I will say this: if it's a facade, because we saw what happened with Sean Strickland. He rushed in, didn't respect his power at all. He got knocked out. So that's why I say a caveat, because in the interviews he did mention some stuff like he hasn't really been tested at 205. He kind of lost his first fight to a wrestler, Jan Blachowicz, and he says this, but he gets in his face saying, "I'm not scared of him." So I'm thinking he's saying one thing, or his actions are saying one thing. He's kind of already hinted that he might take him down and make it a ground and pound fight. And if that happens,
that'll be in his favor.
Not going to win. That's why I say like a 4th round TKO, tire him out, because he gets tired pretty quickly. He's an older dude. He has miles on his body for being all those kickboxing fights. So
I could definitely see why you threw that caveat in there, because Hill's going to have to.
How you doing?
He's going to have to.
I read that book 3 times. It's amazing. Yeah. Oh no! We'll get you a new one. I got you.
Tell Marky I got you.
Yeah.
No, please get one on my tab.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, come back and talk to us.
Oh, look at y'all trying to get the skins. I ain't even mad at you.
Sim status.
When the wingmen are in town.
Hey, Clover, hey, you see Omar? He's like, no, just put it on my tab.
Yeah. Actually, can you ask her to get him another shot, please?
Just bullet Ryan.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey.
Love you, Baywatch.
My man, baby, don't even worry about it. Put it on my tab.
A lot of people didn't see that. He had texted the bartender, "It's still happy hour prices, right?"
No, I did.
We still happy our prices, right? And it's real.
Hey, y'all wild, bro.
I drink for free here. Okay, let's get that straight.
That's the fact he does.
You know what? I agree with both of y'all. I think Jamal Hill is a little bit too much big in his britches, and I feel like Alex Pereira is just too good of a fighter. He beat one of the best of all time, right?
Yeah.
Can we say Izzy is one of the best of all time?
Yeah, that weight class, yeah, definitely.
And he beat Izzy 3 times, so I got AP all day here. I'm not even going to give a round. I don't think it lasts very long. He's going to knock him out real quick.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, now, let us move to a
hold on, Omar, for one second. Thanks for everybody that's been rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? It's fun stream so far. I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us. I got text messages from Peach, brothers out there, Derek, Flo, proud Jersey fan, Jets fan, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's my boy Nick.
That's Nick. That's Nick from IOW.
You guys going all in this year.
Hey, subscribe at Ball and Buds. I actually have the Jets winning.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Flo jinxed you. Flo got you with the freeze. How does this freeze? Now my equipment's here. Okay, I'm an Apple guy. He's a pear. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what he's rocking with, but I'm Apple on this side. But don't try to get into. Now he's trying to get into good definition. That's good definition. That's what it looks like. Okay, that's what good definition looks like. All right.
Hey, Clover. Hey, that man Omar didn't switch shades that quick, bro. He shades that quick.
He went from Technicolor to really Puerto Rican. He was like, he was semi Puerto Rican, but not Puerto Rican. Now he's fully Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much. You're the best. Yeah, she had a beer, so she kind of spilled it.
Hey, yo, that's funny.
Whatever's best for you. Yeah, whatever you're trying, we got you. Okay. You're the best. No, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Said Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, he'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, let me got one last comment. What's it say? Ask for donation. Larry's stupid.
Yeah.
That's my man Larry. Shout out to Big Larry. That's my homie right there. That's the man.
The man about to go fund me, bro.
Yeah, I know. Hey, what happened? Battery? No internet? Like I said, okay. When you buy a Slurpee and a laptop at the same place, that's what happens.
That's what happens.
When you buy a Slurpee and a laptop at the same place, that's what happens, okay?
Hey, yo.
Okay.
That is
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll talk about do you have the list of fighters, the mailbag? Okay. Well, Omar's about to. We're gonna do a quick little mailbag. We had a couple emails. Yeah, you go. Here, we had a couple questions on our mailbag as far as for me.
Jim Miller, and this is a fun fact, is the only person in history to be at UFC 100, 200, and 300.
Yes.
What does that say about this man's longevity?
So Jim Miller has been basically kind of like, I'm not gonna say journeyman, or a gate, kind of like similar to a gatekeeper in UFC, where he has longevity, he has good wins against like Don Cerrone, and he has some bad losses. He's that fighter that's always been there but never got over the hump, but he has longevity. This man made a killing. He's made a good good earnings from UFC. He's been here literally UFC 100, 200, 300, and to correlate that with TKO, which is owned by same company, WWE, you got to look at it like this. The Rock has fought in 4 different decades. You okay? Also, no worries. He's fought in 4 different decades of WrestleManias. Like that. So he's like similar to the Rock of UFC when it comes to fighting in different monumental, big time, I guess, cards, being the 300th. And that just shows the longevity of him. And I don't even think he's 40 yet. He might be close to 40, but I think the Rock is 51. Yeah, he's 10 years older than me. So yeah, the Rock is 51. He's done the WrestleMania in 4 different decades. And you got Jim Miller fighting Bobby Green tonight. And he's a great guy, but he's getting knocked out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to your boy, Jets fan, Jim Miller's from Jersey, and he's getting knocked out tonight. I'm sorry.
He's getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, he's going to be he's on a Jersey Snore hanging out with Paulie D and was Snooky, whatever his name is. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got for that. But it's a cool stat that the fact that he's he's fought, the longevity he has, and who knows how much money he's made with the UFC fighting for this long time. And Omar, what you doing over there? Trying to find which cards? Yeah, he's trying to find a card real quick. Because we had a question about I was gonna do a quick rundown of all the fights and give we got another guy that UFC is hyping up is Bo Nickel. He's a high-level American wrestler, you know what I'm saying? He was well decorated in college, and now he's I think he's like 4-0 or 5-0 UFC, and he's literally going to be see you are slip. Hey yo. He's gonna be they're showing him again against I think Cody Bundridge, and they're trying to show off Bo Nichols as the next American hope, as far as young fighters getting to the next level, because the problem with UFC is there's not too many young fighters that people are really invested in. You have your old guard or your Michael Chandlers and people like that, but there's not that many of fighters in their mid-20s that no one really cares about. Izzy's like 33, 34. He's actually Australian. What are you doing? Like drop something. But so Bo Nichols, another person watching on the undercard. I think he might be on the main card, but he's a wrestler, and he's probably gonna win first round. He likes to he is a very new school wrestler to where they'll wrestle a little bit, but they'll take you down in the ground and pound you. I don't know, Marv, if you're familiar with Bo Nickel.
I might have caught a fight or two from him. Not 100% familiar with him, obviously, because he hasn't had a lot of UFC fights. But I've heard his name thrown around. But this is definitely the stage like UFC 300 when you definitely you definitely showcase him. And I think where Dana White has him on the card, they has him as the first undercard on the pay-per-view. So when it switches over, they're like, he's good enough to be on the main card, but he's still relatively young enough that he's like hasn't had that many fights where they're trying to feature him. So
yeah, they're trying to feature him. It's one of those things where boxers do the same thing, where you have an upcoming boxer, they'll try and feed him a couple people that are kind of suspects, not suspect, but just not as good, so they can kind of pat his stats, make him look good,
AKA
showcase his skills. Yeah, there you go. So it's one of those things where they MMA, you could do that to a certain extent. Then you got people like Ian Garrett's like, all right, this guy's fighting so you know, where are we going from here? And it's good to a certain extent, but Shakur Stevenson said this on the Breakfast Club when he was on there, I think last year or whatever. He was like, Floyd messed up the game in boxing because nobody wants to get an L, so nobody wants to challenge themselves. MMA, Dana White can do that to a certain extent to where he's like, all right, your ass got to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool to showcase somebody, showcase their skills, see how, you know, see if they're marketable. But then sooner or later, your ass got to get in the cage with somebody that can, you know, saying, on your ass, you know what I'm saying? And that's Bo Nickel's not there yet, but he's getting there.
But I will say this: I as much as I would say the joke about Cody Brundage, he's talented enough to give Bo Nickel a push to see what you really got. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a shoe in for Bo Nickel. But I think it'll be a solid fight. I think it'll be a fight as that first fight once it hits the pay-per-view. It'll be a solid fight. So it's not a shoe-in for Bo, though. It won't be a shoe-in.
Bo knows this, Bo knows that. And
Bo don't know Jack, sucker.
I got Bo Nickel winning, but it's not going to be easy for him. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think Cody's definitely going to give him a run for his money. But his wrestling is very, very, very high level. You know what I'm saying? And
true that.
You know, the thing about MMA, you can stand up all you want. I always give boxers a better chance at MMA than MMA to boxing. But if you cannot sprawl or stuff a takedown, it's be a long night for you.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a done deal. It's a done
James
deal.
Toney fought Randy Couture, couldn't get up from getting taken down. However, that's why I say boxers have a better chance, because you got Ray Mercer, who was past his prime, fought Tim Sylvia, ex-UFC champion, knocked him out stiff. I mean, he was in the shadow realm. He was looking for Frodo in that ring. Once he put it on, you know, it was he stiffened up and everything. Like it was, you know, he woke up like, what happened? Where was I? And Ray Mercer was past his prime. If you guys are bored, YouTube Ray Mercer versus Tim Sylvia. Look at that knockout. That's a world-class boxer going against MMA person, and it was one kick, then sleep. You'll thank me later.
So we're going to end this stream soon, and we really appreciate all of y'all tuning in with us today. We appreciate our special guest, Wildcard Mark, coming on
right there
from the IOW Sports Network. Hey, Mark, go ahead and plug your stuff before we get into
about to get it popping.
Oh, yeah.
We about to get it popping.
Get it real popping.
About to get it popping.
Nah, man, I appreciate y'all fellas having me on, man. Talk some WrestleMania, talk some UFC with y'all fellas, but y'all can catch me. Just go over to my Twitter page, man. KC Wildcard Mar on the Twitter. I'm doing so many projects.
He's all over.
Between my own stuff at IOW Sports Network, 613 Fate Productions, the Audible podcast. I'm with my man Rob. So I'm
that's my man all over the interwebs.
Yeah, man. Hey, one of these, somebody's gonna pay attention and want to throw me a whole bag of money to entertain.
There you go.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm always grinding, baby. I'm always grinding. So yeah, hey, just go over to my Twitter page where I'm always advertising everything that I'm doing. But hey, man, appreciate y'all fellas, man. This was a blast, like always.
Definitely do this again, definitely.
And I'm back home, so I got my light, so y'all can see my black ass. So
you know, we ain't just seeing your teeth anymore. So it's a beautiful blessing
no more, man. Pause, no Diddy. So
yeah, pause, no Diddy.
Can we talk? Can we do some quick hitters? Is that okay with you, Mark?
Man, come on, man. I got come on, quick hit him.
Let's do it. All right, Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. Who you got?
I'm going with Andrade.
Mark?
Same.
All right, we got Bobby Green versus Jim Miller, the aforementioned.
Oh yeah, Bobby Green. Yeah, I got him.
Bobby Green.
All right, we got Youssef versus Diego Lopez.
I'm going Diego Lopez.
Ooh,
it's tough one. This one's not tough.
Yeah, that's tough. Now, damn that. I'm going my Nigerian warrior, Youssef.
You going with the Nigerian Youssef?
Youssef's a beast. He's a beast. It's a tough one.
We Wakanda.
And then finally, hey, let's go with two last ones. We got Jiri Prochazka versus Rakic.
Yuri Prochazka, the ex-champion. He last lost to Alex Pereira for 205 belt. Going against Rakic. He's from Serbia. I'm going Yuri. He's such a hard guy to fight. Yuri's unorthodox. He's very wild. So I'm going Yuri.
Yeah, I'm going Yuri. The experience on his end. On his side.
Champion.
And then finally, which is really weird, this is like the 10th fight on the card. But Aljamain Sterling, your former main eventer, is now the 10th fighter fighting Calvin Kattar.
Well, Dana don't like. He ain't a big fan of Aljamain. He trains with Ray Longo.
He's been burying him for years, hasn't
he? He trains with Ray Longo, Matt Serra, and all them Jersey Cats. I mean, he just I don't know why, because Aljamain has a good career outside of UFC with his real estate business. With I forgot the dude's name. He fought his friend, but anyways, he's always clashed with Dana on stuff. So, but he's moving up, I believe, to 155 now from 145. He's probably one of the best 145 champions. Moving 135 to 45. I'm sorry, and he's one of the best champions. So I'm gonna go with Aljamain going against Calvin Kattar. Aljamain, the Funk Master, they call him the human backpack. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a rear naked choke. Aljamain all day.
Probably what's gonna happen.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, I was rocking with Aljamain regardless, just because I love his story and I love
stupid as shit, Flo. You are so stupid, Flo.
Yeah, I know, right? and I saw Flo. He talking his shit, man. It's all good. That's my boy. But no, Aljamain, yeah, man. I just love what he's been doing with UFC. He may knock heads with Dana, but I think just to piss Dana off just a little bit more, just let me keep winning on your cards.
and that's the thing is Dana, like if you're trying to go to war with this man, you keep setting him up with easy ass fights. Like I don't think this is even a challenge. I think Aljamain, like Clubber D said, hits him with a rear naked choke first or second round and it's over.
Human backpack, you know what I'm saying? He's got that name for a reason. Ask Cody Sandhagen, he fought Peter Yan twice. You know what I'm saying? He's probably one of the best at that weight class. You know what I'm saying? But he won't get his flowers because Dana has his friends, people like Kobe Covington and others that can just not fight or just fight for belts and stuff like that.
Son of a bitch.
Jorge Masvidal. You got I love
all the Trumpers. Anyone who likes
all praise due. I love Islam Makhachev, but how can you fight once a year and others lose their belt and be interim champions in between fights? So.
That's why
it's wild. I love Islam. He's a great dude. I know he doesn't like to fight around Ramadan, but you know what I'm saying? Like other fighters, put
in all year work.
You know what I'm saying? So, but for him, for some reason, it's not an interim champion. He just gets a whatever. I know they want to sell tickets out in Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia when they're going pretty soon. So it's a political thing with Dana White, especially with Cody. You got Kobe, and you got when Masvidal was fighting, they would fight in Florida. They had DeSantis, they had Trump there, so it is what it is. I'm not hating on that too much, but you got to sell tickets.
That's a fact.
Yep. Hey, y'all, we really appreciate everybody joining us today. Again, go ahead and subscribe at Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS on YouTube. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button as well. Check out our brothers, Wildcard Mar, Detroit Mel, Nick, and all of the crew over IOW Sports. They are our favorites. They are our crew. Those are our boys. They put out a lot of content, and you better pay attention to them, especially Mark with his late night show. Be cracking me up, son. I'll be watching that shit. We love you, brother. Thank you.
No doubt. Always much love, brother.
And I will send my olive branch whenever you guys need me to come over there, talk some shit with y'all. I'm all with it. Just let me know. I'll slide through. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? My brother was supposed to be up here, but they had a lot of students for campus, so he couldn't make it.
We missed you, D.
It was bright here, so his black ass was down there, so that's probably the reason why. There was a report I saw on the news that there was those oil spills, but it was actually my brother taking a swim out in the
my God.
The Gulf of Mexico, but his was in there. But anyway,
that dude is black as all hell. I had never seen somebody so black.
Shout out to my man Peach. Shout out to Bottom Line Sports, Flo, Canteen, Hot Take Jake, my man Omar. Check him out tomorrow. They'll be rocking and rolling. I might pop in,
9
probably
p.m.
won't.
Eastern.
But yeah, man, mess with us.
Hey, we love y'all. Thank you. That's it.
Peace.
Let me get my music on here.
Shout out to
He's with the millions.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure flow. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me street pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this mic pro. Lights, camera, get low. Action back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. Hot like winter cold. Bust these fools, anything less than killing whack rappers is a crime. I stay trying to get mine. Stacking value, packing venues, winning over time. Ain't no fine timeline. Open your eyes, you're looking for the best, and this is what you find. Game is only for the bold. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Introducing from parts unknown, your UFC and combat sports insider, Clubber D, the Combat G, and the Sports Professor.